Good morning and welcome to Lux RVs. Today I'm going to be showing you one of two ways to winterize your Lux coach. So let's get started. First step, we're going to drain all holding tanks and freshwater tanks. So no matter what coach you have, this process will be the same. You're going to pull all your dumps and make sure all tanks are empty. Please observe all codes and regulations when dumping wastewater. Okay, we're going to go up to the low point. We're going to open up the low point drain on your freshwater tank, which is going to be on the bottom side of your coach in your underbelly. You're going to open that up and start to drain your fresh tank. And we're going to move on. Now, if you would prefer to drain your fresh tank a little quicker, you can take your outside faucet, take your nozzle off your coil hose, hook it into your outside inlet, make sure your low points are off at this time, and you can engage your water pump, turn your switch to tank, and that'll help you drain your fresh tank faster. When that's done and your fresh tank is empty, disengage that, switch back to city. Okay. Step 2, we're going to open up and switch to city fill, and we're going to open up the low points right here to relieve any pressure in the system. That'll relieve. Then we're going to go inside the coach and we're going to open up all faucets and shut the appliance valves off to the off position. You're going to want to turn all faucets on. Check and make sure all your valves are open to the open position. And make sure all valves are in the open position. Now your faucets are all on. Washer and dryer, we're going to shut these valves off. Make sure that they are turned sideways. Straight up and down is open, sideways is closed. Same with your dishwasher. We want the sink faucets open. We want the dishwasher and the ice maker line off. So your sink lines are open, your dishwasher line is off. Okay, now we're going to move to the outside. Now we're going to air purge the water system. Now, if you're lucky enough to have the proper fitting and a gauge to gauge your air regulation, we're going to put that into fresh fill. Remove your screen and this is going to go into fresh fill. This will control my air pressure. If you don't have that option, you can take a section of garden hose with a male end, and you can clamp to it a little piece of half-inch water line, and screw in an air chuck, a male air chuck, and it'll basically do the same thing. You want to regulate your pressure, working pressure at your compressor. If you don't have that option, then I recommend just clamping the hose off and use your best judgment. But in this situation, we're going to go ahead and use the pressure gauge. Valve off. We're going to shut these low points off first. Now it's going to blow everything into faucet lines through the faucet, and we're going to slowly start it first. There, Now that'll give it a little burst. Now we're going to roll over to the water heater and we're going to remove the water heater filter. Remove your water heater cover. First, open your pressure release valve just in case there's any excess pressure. By now there should be no pressure in the lines because you opened up your low points, but just in case, release your pressure valve. If it's okay, then go ahead and open up your hatch and remove the filter. I like to stick the filter right here for storage afterwards. That way it's always with your water heater and you know where it's at. Now we're going to move to the water pump. The water filter. You're going to want to shut your filter line valves off and open your bypass. And you're going to want to remove your filter casing. If the filter's in there, please remove the filter. Dump out any excess water. Please store the filter separately so it'll dry, and then replace your casing. There. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to purge. Try not to exceed 30 pounds max, if at all possible. As you can hear it purging on the inside of the coach. We're going to go check the faucets. You can hear it coming out of the water heater. This is going to purge everything in your hot lines out and the water heater so nothing freezes up in there. And as you can hear, you have air purging out. This is going to drain all your systems. At this time, do remember to open your toilet valves and purge any remaining water in those lines. Good. Always remember your toilet. Oh. This is a macerator toilet, so if you have that, you're going to want to just hit your empty like normal. Normal flush. You can hear it pulling in air. Good. You could hear the valves opening and closing. That's pulling the water out. And as you can see, it is purging the water a little. All right, by this time, 90% of the water will be out of your lines. But you'll have some low points in the line runs, and you'll want to make sure you do that. So what I like to do is I like to turn the volume down, and I like to burst it a little bit. That helps push anything laying in a low line to the top and push out, and then open up your low points again. By now your lines are purged. Now we'll address the washing machine and the dishwasher and the ice maker. We're going to turn this back on. Low pressure, 5 pounds. We're going to turn your ice maker valve on. Remember, low pressure on your ice maker. You're going to want to take a cup in your dispenser, and you're going to want to purge anything left in your ice maker line until you feel the air coming out of it. Now your ice maker line is clear and free. Okay, now we're going to go address the washing machine and the dishwasher. You're going to want to open your dishwasher valve, and you're going to want to turn it on. You're going to run it over to rinse cycle, and you're going to engage the rinse cycle. That's going to start the dishwasher to run its cycle. It's going to recognize in a few minutes, it's going to catch a no water code. That's okay, because it's pushed any remaining water in the dishwasher down into the low point sump. And all you do is power off to reset it. Then when you're ready to use it again, you just power it back up. You're going to open it up. You're going to take your baskets out. And you're going to want to remove this filter. That's your low point sump. You're going to want to clean a rag with a rag or a mini shop vacuum works very well. But a rag, you're just going to soak up any remaining water in here, and then your dishwasher will be free of water for the winter. Replace the filter. Replace your rack. Power off, and your dishwasher is good for being air purged from water. The washing machine, you're going to turn your valves back on. You're going to power up your washer. You're going to set it for the lightly, or you can set it for spin and drain. I like to set it for spin and drain. And then you're just going to engage the cycle. Once again, it's going to draw a no water code, and you'll just power off to reset that. But that's going to take any remaining water into your low point sump. To drain that down, you're going to want to open your dispenser case, and you're going to want to sop up or vacuum any excess water left in here. And then you're going to pop this bottom casing off and access your low point filter on your sump here. Be prepared, because there will be a substantial amount of water in here. So I like to have a little shop vac as soon as I crack this open, but you can just add a bunch of rags into there to soap up the water. But turn this counterclockwise, open up your filter drain, and remove that. And this is where all your excess water from your washing machine is going to come out at. With a little mini vac, you don't even have to pull this all the way out. I like to just crack it open to about there, and just hold the vacuum to the right here, and it just sucks the water as it comes out. But there will be quite a bit of water there, so be prepared for that. We're going to replace your cover. Get in there. Now, you're going to want to put antifreeze in here, in your jug, and let it trickle. You're going to hear it trickle down into the sump. You're going to want to let it flow gently into down to your sump. just to absorb any moisture that's remaining in there. There won't be no water, but there will be slight droplets and a little moisture. But you're going to want to put antifreeze in here and let it trickle down and still remain in here. With your dishwasher, you're going to also want to put a little antifreeze down in your lower sump right here, just to absorb any remaining droplets or moisture that comes down into it. And from that point, now all we're going to do is we're going to pour antifreeze into your P-traps, and we're going to pour enough of it to where it drains past the P-trap and coats a light layer in the bottom of your holding tank. Doesn't take much, just a little coating, and then the remainder will stay in the P-trap. Then put your sink stopper back in and put just a little bit more in each sink stopper, just enough to cover it up for moisture absorption. Same thing with the bathrooms. You're going to want to pour in the P-trap until it get hit. You know you've got enough in it that it's going to go into the holding tank, and then you're going to want to close your valve up and just put a little bit in the bottom of the sink. With the toilets, you're going to want to open your valve. You're going to want to pour enough in just to coat the bottom of your black tank, and then shut your valve. And I recommend you only put a little bit in the bottom, just enough to cover up to about the top of your black seal. Otherwise, it could discolor your toilet in the long run. I just fill it up to where the top of the black seal. The shower, there's no stopper here. So basically, we're just filling the P-trap up. We want to make sure we get it into the rear holding tank, and then just let it in. Just know that it's in the P-trap, and then you're good there. With the sink, same process as this sink as in the bathroom. And with the macerator toilet, once this is purged, I just like to put a little in the bottom of the bowl, and that's all you need to do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much how you winterize, air purge and winterize your Lux Coach. Next video we're going to do is going to be a full line winterization. That's going to be filling everything up with antifreeze, and your appliances included. So I hope to see you again. Thank you.